Recording in progress.
Hey, there it is. Now we're live. Do we have anybody new on Zoom this morning? Wave your hand if you're with us for the first time.
I'm looking in. I don't see anybody new waving.
Okay. Very good. How about here in the... What's that?
Everybody looks, that was interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
How about in the sanctuary? Do I have anybody new for the first time today? Raise your hand if you are. Don't be afraid. No, they all look like the same bunch.
Same old.
A little bit of snow last night. That was kind of fun. 2 inches of snow. And we've had some people that didn't want to drive in it this morning, so they're staying home. So they're probably on Zoom. Who driving 2 inches of snow? Come on, that's nothing. But, you know, that's all right. Our themes for January is God is, we are. And our, I don't have any written down here. For the year, what is our year statement we're going with this year?
Remembering.
I remember, it's remembering. That's it.
Ba-dum-bum.
Mm-hmm. Well. Let me ask our musician Warren to come up and give us a little bit of background music. Let's give him some love. Fabulous musician. Having him play a little bit for us, we'll go into meditation and get settled in this morning. Beautiful, clean, crisp morning. Good morning, God. Good morning, Spirit. Good morning, Source. Thank you for all of us being here today, together, in community, in love and respect for each other, and for all that goes on around us. We're so blessed to have this place, the PLC, together. And to realize and remember that God is, which means we are. We are so blessed to have each other in this community. Thank you, God, for this and so much more. And so it is. Thank you, Warren. That was beautiful. It's time for our spiritual thought. And I'd like to invite Sandee Scott. There she is. Come on in here, girl. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good morning. Just 4 years ago, this room was empty on a Sunday morning. It's wonderful to see everyone here. You remember that? God is, we are. God is, I am. I use the latter, God is, I am, as a mantra when I walk my labyrinth at home. I use it other times too to calm myself. God is, we are, I am. Are these complete sentences? Yes, they are. They contain a subject, a verb, and a complete thought. So they're complete sentences just the way they are. But we could add some adjectives. For instance, God is good. God is peace. God is harmony. God is omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscient, everywhere present, all-powerful, all-knowing. God is light, love, power, presence. Our prayer of protection highlights some of these attributes, doesn't it? The light of God surrounds me, the love of God enfolds me, the power of God protects me, the presence of God watches over me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. And just a little note, I know some people are struggling with trying to memorize the prayer of protection, and I have a little tip for you. Light, L-I, love, L-O, power, P-O, presence, P-R. It's alphabetical. Light, love, power, presence. I've come across an expanded version of the prayer. Actually, there's many versions. A lot of churches use this prayer in their services, and this church right here added the phrase, "The energy of God is me," a number of years ago. It was one of our former ministers threw that in. In any event, the expanded version includes these lines. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me. The peace of God abides in me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. A little note on this prayer, it was actually composed by a man named James Dillett Freeman. He was a Unity minister, and he composed it, or wrote it, in 1940 when the war in Europe was underway, and he offered it as words of comfort to many people who were quite anxious. And at that time, the phrase, "and all is well," was not part of the prayer due to the times. Another note of interest, astronaut Buzz Aldrin on the first trip to the moon, first moon landing, carried this prayer with him. I don't know if he kept it in a pocket or what, but and one other side note is I said the author of the prayer was a unity minister. I know some people confuse unity and Unitarian, and I just want to make the distinction. They are different. There's lots of similarities, but they are different. And it's actually Unitarian Universalist. And there are these churches in Fresno, if anyone is ever interested to check them out. Unity was founded in the late 1800s by the Fillmores and is considered a New Thought religion, as is our church here. And the Unitarian Universalists were founded way before that. And their focus, I'm going to put this real simply, their focus is on social justice. And perhaps you've seen their building. It's a fabulous building on East Alluvial down in Fresno. And they offer things for the community, many things. Lastly, since it's still the first month of the new year, we may still be contemplating intentions for the year, and may I offer a challenge. It's called the 21-Day No Complaining Project. Basically, for 21 days, and you can make it longer if you want, be extra vigilant towards your thoughts and speech. If you think or say a complaint, stop yourself and reframe it, just plain stop yourself, or reframe it, or switch to gratitude. I have an example. Sometimes up in the mountains, and I'll try to be kind here, there are new people who move up here who don't know how to drive on our roads. And if you get behind somebody and you're really frustrated and you want to complain, what I do is I switch to gratitude, and it's like, oh, I'm so grateful I have a car. I'm grateful these roads are paved, such as they are. I'm grateful that I can see in order to drive. I'm grateful it only takes me 20, 30 minutes from my house to Oakhurst. And it sort of takes me out of wanting to swear like a truck driver and into a different frame of mind. So, when you spot a complaint coming on, try saying the prayer of protection. If wherever you are, God is, what is there to complain about? And that's it.
Thank you, Sandee. Wonderful reminders. I think I could go that long without complaining about anything.
21 days?
I think so.
I do.
You think I can do it?
I'm with you.
We'll try it. Warren, you have a song for us? I know he does.
One of the things I'd like to do is work with lyricists. And this is the lyrics to this song were written by a lady named Robin Wheat, who lived in the area many years ago. And turned out to be a very beautiful song. It's called With You, With Me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Warren Coates. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you. It's time for our main speaker this morning, and that would be Reverend Judy DeRosa. Come on up here, Judy. You want the mic out there?
I'll start here.
Okay. Oh, yes, of course.
Good morning. Warren, that was transcendent. It was beautiful. Where do they sign you up? Good morning, everyone. Is this working for you guys?
It's working.
Okay. So much to talk about in so little time, right? There's a saying of, once you know, you cannot not know. And what does that mean to us? In New Thought, I firmly believe that we're in that process of learning how to know. That we're not doing the, I'll call it, ancient traditional form of thought. We're seeking something greater. It's like taking classes and being told that Christopher Columbus discovered America. We know that's not true. So we're here reconnecting. And what we're reconnecting to is how we speak to ourselves. As Sandee was mentioning, we are in a place of what is. What is God? What is this universe? What is this earth walk? And how do we maneuver here? Sometimes words are not big enough to contain all the feelings that we have, and that I and you, that we know that there is a difference. We know that when we put our feelings into our words, we have different results. Some of it has to do with love and kindness, protection, respect, clarity. It is in our actions of kindness and generosity that those words will fill us with the presence of Great Spirit, Creator, all that is, the great mystery. And that essence of energy isn't out there somewhere. It's right here and right now, in everything, in everyone. It is beyond conception, perception, yet here it is, here we are. We are in service to each other. We are here caring about each other. When we take that to its fullest, greatest energetic, I'll use Steve and Karen as that element of bringing beauty to a place that had a need. They've planted seeds of love, seeds of transition, seeds of change. And that when we do that, when we are making a difference, no matter what that is, we are putting a different energy out into the world. When I plant seeds, I don't have a whole lot of expectation, more like curiosity. Wow, I wonder if this is going to work. Well, I hope this is going to make it through the cold. Well, maybe that's not the same seed they showed me on the package. That's happened. And it's all perfect and divine in its essence of experience. That journey. We're all on the journey together. We're all planting seeds of curiosity, of thankfulness. The universe, also known as our thoughts, is listening. The universe hears us when we speak to ourselves. If we speak down to ourselves, I'm not good enough. I don't have what I'd like to have. That complaint, that 21-day challenge, is appropriate now. We have gone through a great shift at the beginning of this year. And our job is to shift with that shift. Or a friend of mine who I spoke to earlier said, the name that cannot be named. We are here stepping above, stepping into a lighter world of love and illumination. So when you think about something, so traipse through if you're meditating, oh, what am I going to do about this? Oh, here's that idea. And we simply say, it's all good. It's all going to be what it's going to be, and we're all going to learn from that. Energetic. Energetics are a constant. The universe doesn't stop creating because we don't agree with it. The universe is going to continue going on, and as the Native Americans say, keep on keeping on. We are movement. We are the elements of shift and change. And as we take responsibility or the ability to respond to what's going on around us, then our thoughts make a difference. When we think in the thoughts of gratitude, how grateful I am. You are, we are together. That we have a positive living center. That we can hear different versions of beauty and goodness and kindness. That this is a sanctuary for our good thoughts. It is a place to come and be loved. It is a place to become that loving energy you choose to find. When we acknowledge that, what I am, what you are, what we become together, then we start to understand that there is something greater than fear, that there is something greater that moves us to a higher level of taking action, of not waiting for other people to do something that we can do. We can visit someone that's not well. I've gotten a lot of emails lately of people with terminal diseases. And we have long conversations about the next step, the next place we get to go. This is one of many levels of consciousness that we experience. When we understand that, it helps us to do our best. Be your whole, holy self. We have God within our being, our cells, our DNA, the stardust from the universe that goes on forever. How could we possibly decide to be small about that? We're here to write our stories, plant our seeds, make our movies, sing our songs, dance our dances, paint those paintings, share our love. It doesn't cost us anything to be kind. That generosity of spirit is ongoing. Spirit is in everything, not just our body. We lose our body, we get more spirit. It's a deal I'm willing to work with. When we understand that transformation is a potent aspect of getting to be in the material world, then we understand that the walks we take in the mountains are as potent for us as it is for the trees that we pass. The creatures in that forest know we're there. We might not notice. It's all there, in us, around us, for us. We have protectors of that land, and I honor them. We have stewards that do good work for the preservation of beauty in nature. Part of our job is to allow that knowing to seep out in your conversation with other people, to fill others with hope and opportunity. Oh, I never thought about it like that. Gee, I'd like to go for a walk with you. When we share that kind of energetic, the next thing that comes to us in that allowing is the awareness that in each moment with each other, we're gifting words, energy, frequency. The music within ourselves does not die. Our drumbeat within our body is always with us until we no longer need it. That heartbeat is rich and full. There is a very interesting teacher that I have found recently. He's Tibetan. He worked at Cedar Sinai in the psychiatric hospital. And he is helping people in a very non-traditional pattern. And that is the realization that some psychiatric treatments don't work. They just don't work. You can go to a therapist for years and years and years and years. And he says that your words create your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. And that the most powerful healing, that most important instrument that you have on the planet is your voice. Do you repeat the same old tragic story over and over to yourself? Or do you say to yourself a different story? You're in a different place. That story could have happened 20 years ago, 40 years ago, 5 weeks ago. This is the presence. This is the place where we plant our ideas through our voice in our head. in our world? How do we speak to each other? To our children? To our future? When I speak the words, I am healthy, I believe that. I'm healthier than I've ever been in my entire life. When we have challenges, we have choices. When I speak the words, I am healed, I believe that. I believe that through the conscious thoughts that I utilize in my daily life, that I have healed many, many issues in my world. I believe I am whole. There's nothing missing. You have more than you could imagine. If we only use a small percentage of our so-called brain, we have so much more to utilize, to tap into. When I go to sleep at night, I say, I invoke the light within me. I am a clear and perfect channel, and light is my guide. My DNA transforms as I sleep. The stardust that I contain in my body fills me with healing, and I am complete. These words oscillate. They become a frequency, like Morin's healing music. The frequencies that we carry within ourselves are powerful. We've talked about Dr. Echota and his stories and proof of water being changed by frequencies. If you put the word written on a piece of paper under a glass of water, the word is hate, and you have another word of love. He takes a sample from the water, freezes it, and he can see discordance in the water that has been frozen under an electron microscope. That the word is scattered and jagged for hate. And in love, the word is a perfect crystal. There's another young woman who loved what Echota was doing, and she decided to photograph her conversation with water. And so she would have a conversation, and she would ask this glass of water, do you know who I am? And then she would talk about herself. Leave a petri dish full of water, and in the morning, her initials were on the water. She'd talk about angels, and in the morning, there would be an abstract image of a large wing and a portion of a portrait of an angel. I haven't tried this, I can't prove it, but I believe it. And I believe it because I believe in miracles, and I believe in frequencies, And I believe in the transformation that we all go through once we discover another way of being, another way of thinking. Now, Dr. Lee from Cedars-Sinai, he talks about the water in our body and our thoughts and the proteins in our body. He says that the proteins are codes according to the words that we speak to ourselves. And if I think I'm stupid, I will follow that code. If I think I'm smart, if I'm intelligent, I will follow those codes. Those proteins are building blocks for life. So your words become flesh. Your words become matter. Your words matter. We are manifestors. We manifest. You are what you think. I think you're marvelous. I think that the people here at the center are absolutely magnificent. That you're healthy, that you're healed in whatever way you need, that you're whole and complete, and that you're loved. That there are healers here amongst us, filling this room with light and love, with sound and ideas we may not have ever thought of. What do you really want? That's the question. I think we want to be loved. I think we want that friendship, that community that says, you're loved. Oh.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Great reminders of who and what we are. I love it. It's time for our offertory. Could I have a couple of people come up and help me with that, please? If you'll say our offertory statement together. Divine
love flowing through me blesses and increases all that I give and all that I receive.
Thank you, ladies. We thank you for your offertory this morning, and also for those on Zoom. I know you know how to send contributions if you wish. Looking out the front doors, it's just gorgeous out there this morning. What a beautiful, bright sun. Thank you, Sandee. Thank you. Do we have any announcements this morning? Huh? No announcements. Very nice. Oh, there's one. Sandee.
At the Yosemite Gateway Art Center, our very own Carolyn Gamble has some wonderful artwork up. check it out. They're closed on Tuesday, otherwise 11 to 5, I believe. And what do you call that?
40s retro food art.
40s retro food art.
Okay, all right. Anybody else? Okay,
Wait, Joe,
yes,
can we talk about the soul chanting?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Jackie's not here today. She has a Course in Miracles on Wednesday from 1:30
To
to
2:30.
2:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, we were looking about
4
that.
o'clock is soul chanting with LJ. And on the same day
Mhm.
is meditation. Will be starting March 5th. And we'll be holding it in the library. And somebody asked me if it was going to be guided, and I think that we're going to figure things out together. And so I'll be leading that in from 4:30 to 5:30 Wednesdays. And then I think once a month, JoJo has a men's group from 6 to 7.
6 to 7.
And
Right here.
I think that we're going to be having a lot of opportunities to collaborate together and raise the Arindai. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Our prayer partner this week is Sandee Scott. She's available after service today and throughout the week if you want prayer work with her. And if you want prayer work with anybody else, of course, your ministers and your practitioners are always available to you. I know you know that because I receive calls from you for prayer, and I love it. I love praying with anyone and everyone all the time, just as all ministers and practitioners do.
Mhm.
So,
And the frog
Next.
box. Frog box.
oh yes, the frog box.
Frog box.
Frog box. The frog box in the back corner. If you don't want to hang around today and wait for a prayer session, you can always fill out there's paper there to fill out for a prayer request. Put that in the frog box, and I will pick that up, and I will send those out to all of the ministers and practitioners for prayers for you. It's always available. Okay. Next week's speaker is Reverend Luana. Look forward to hearing what you have to say.
Me too.
Do you? Oh, good. Let's do the prayer of protection, please. The
Light of God surrounds me.
The
The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The energy of God is me. Wherever I am, God is. And all is well.
Thank you. Warren, you have a closing song for us? You didn't know he sang, did you?
I did.
Well, some do.
They have heard me sing before. This is a very old song. Well, not so old, but written back in the 60s by a guy named Paul Rogers. Some of you may recognize him as the driving force behind the rock band Bad Company. This is a song called Seagull. He wrote it about, well, it's kind of an environmental horizon into the misty morning sun. Nobody asks you where you are going. Nobody knows where you're from. Here is a man asking a question. Is this really the end of the world? Still you must have known for a long time the shape of things to come. Now you fly through the sky. Never asking why, and you fly all around to somebody shoot you Still you fly across the horizon into the misty morning sun. Nobody's asking you where you are going. Nobody knows where you're from. Now you fly through the sky, never asking why, and you fly all around till somebody shoot you down. Na, na, Still go and fly. You fly away today, and you fly away tomorrow. Leave it to myself.
There he is. The man. Fantastic. Reverend Lauren, will you come up and give us a closing prayer, please?
Sure. So good to be here with you today. If you will with me, thank you, God. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Life. Universe. Universe. One song that we're all singing, and we sang it today. Thank you, Judy, Sandee, Warren, Joers, every one of you. This service today would not be what it is if it wasn't for every single person here.
Yes.
I'm so grateful for this life, for God, for you, for me, now and always. Let's let it be, and so it is.
Thank you all for being here today. I hope you have a fabulous week, and I'll see you again next Sunday.